South Central College has awarded more than $400,000 in scholarships to students at the college. The money comes from the South Central College Foundation and is accumulated from donors and fundraising efforts. The scholarships range from financial support to full ride scholarships, and the college says programs like these are pivotal in making higher education accessible and affordable, especially to those who may be first-generation students or those overcoming financial burden.
A lot of them are going into high demand career areas, and so when we're able to provide them with a scholarship, it really helps alleviate some of that financial burden that they might have in order to come to school.
This year's $425,000 total is an increase in the college's $360,000 in scholarships from just 2 years ago.